Nothing come out and scare me. Oh no, it's the guys with the jaws. Oh god! Oh! I don't have any more bullets. Ah! Ah! I don't know if I damage him while he's in this state. Oh my gosh! It's the second one today. Dude! Hasn't even been an hour and a half.
Major, I'm on the roof of the dam. The Citadel's been overrun. I repeat, the Citadel's been overrun. The whole situation's foobar. No survivors. Hold on.
The Bluey.
Raven, respond, goddammit. Shit, I'm running out of time.
So, you made it this far. I'm coming for you, fucker. We'll meet.
You haven't made it this far? What? Those subtitles were so wrong. Encouraged by the revelation that Sandman is still alive, Raven must now go to the rooftop helipad of the dam where he can finally reunite with the Major and escape from the city of death once and for all. To do so, however, he must first gain entry to the upper floors where countless infected may be lurking in a great foreboding maze of tunnels. The risk is especially high, but there is no alternative for him to reach his destination in time. Chapter 5. Two hours earlier, okay. What does this guy have? Get to the upper floors. Get to the chopper! Juice box. Inventory is full. Thank you. Ooh, application form. Hexacore biogenetics encrypted file. Here we go. Wait, I keep wanting to just go. Application form. HB 691. June 1995. The formal request submitted through this application must be approved by the General Board of Hexacore Biogenetics. Supervisors are reminded that although Hexacore Biogenetics is funded by both the Central Intelligence Agency and Department of Defense, all activities by the company are considered classified and higher than that of intelligence. For this reason, the majority of resources it receives, as well as the studies it conducts, are handled entirely in-house. Therefore, internal staff are not exempt from the same level of secrecy and selection, starting from the research team, then proceeding to the administration team and the security agents. All candidates must comply with the highest confidentiality regarding field agents who intervene in sensitive cases or emergency situations, mainly Special Forces, Hades, and pilots of HAF. These individuals are recruited primarily by supervisors who normally select from Army, Navy, or Air Force ranks to then be evaluated and subsequently approved by the board. Number card 123, Supervisor Major Hayden Vulcan. Candidate Captain David Hale. Candidate details. Captain David Hale was selected by Major Vulcan from the most decorated NASA pilots on leave. According to this personnel file, Captain Hale at 26 was one of the youngest pioneers of aviation when he participated in his last active duty on morning of April 23, 1992. It involved an experimental test flight at NASA's Dryden Flight Research Center located at Edward Air Base and identified as Joshua Control. The experimental flight, codenamed Gas Pipe, was to test the top-secret aircraft SR-91 Aurora. A classified report reveals that Captain Hale and Lieutenant Korik were in flight above base when the fuel injection system malfunctioned and resulted in the leakage of flammable liquid that reached the cockpit of the first pilot. During the emergency re-entry phase, a fire broke out that involved Lieutenant Korik and began to spread to the second pilot's cockpit. The fire pilot was totally engulfed in flames when Captain Hale assumed command of the completely uncontrollable aircraft. During his descent, the control tower ordered him to eject to save his own life, and especially the flight data recorded by the black box. However, Captain Hale made an arbitrary decision to remain aboard and attempt an emergency landing. The sudden shift in pressure, as well as deterioration from extreme temperatures, caused the cockpit glass to shatter, injuring Captain Hale on his head. Now in mortal danger and unable to save the lieutenant, he was forced to eject himself just a few meters from the surface as the SR-91 Aurora crash-landed. Following the accident, Captain Hale was subjected to a rather lengthy, painful physical and mental rehabilitation, only to be later charged with disobeying a direct order, reckless endangerment, and destruction of costly government equipment, even though it was already crashing. As a result, his pilot's license was revoked and he was fired by NASA. No further information has been reported on the flight data, nor the fate of Lieutenant Korik, who was never declared as killed in action and erased from any subsequent reports and records. Formal requests. Major Hayden Vulcan therefore requests the reinstatement of Captain David Hale and his inclusion to the ranks of HAF, Hexacore Air Force, as his subordinates in the Crimson Skulls unit. 3 years after the accident in Dryden, the previous tests definitively concluded that Captain Hale has recovered both physically and mentally for re-enlistment. Hayden's innate ability to pilot both aircraft and helicopters make him the best possible candidate for integration into the HAP. Outcome of the assessment. Candidate approved. The usual procedures for physical and mental evaluation have been completed to integrate Captain David Hale into the Crimson Skulls unit under the code name Raven. Application approved. Okay. Oh my gosh, another intern's note. Here we go. Intern's note. HB 346. After just a few months here, I finally got myself a decent assignment. It pays pretty damn good too, and the fact that it only involves photocopying and filing cards seems to be a real crime against taxpayers. Of course, I'm not a computer whiz or a biology specialist, but people like me are still necessary in this day and age. I want them to know that I'm perfect for this position, not only because of my background. The assignment I've been given seems to be a delicate one, considering that the higher-ups want a detailed report on all the major international companies on the forefront of medical science, in particular those who have departments with contacts for military applications. This part is pretty easy since the #1 company on the list must be the famous Japanese multinational Chrono Enterprises. The tricky part will be finding anything below the surface of the facade they put on for the public. The company gave me access to the whole database as well as their most sensitive international sources, most of whom failed to reveal anything expect for the name Koronosu being from Cronus, from Greek Titan of Time. Apparently, it also has a hidden meaning related to the passing of life, evolution, and the fact that medical technologies can extend the human lifespan. The other sources told me that Koronosu owes its beginnings to covert Japanese research and development unit that survived Second World War. They officially produce advanced medications, but unofficially continue to research BC weapons that were lost after atomic blasting and sell them on the black market around the world. My report to my supervisor is due in 3 days. I'm afraid that all my hard work will be reduced to a hole in the water, including any hope of building a career in the upper ranks of Hexacore. I just wish some act of God will give me the time I need to finish. God, did he fall? Jesus, he made a lot of sound on the way down. Executive's diary. The elevator is now working. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I missed one. Oh, fudge balls. Boo. Oh, it surprised me. It didn't scare me. Executive's diary. Darn. Yeah, doing it while I'm reading is probably not the best time. Executive's diary. 12th of September 1997, the Boston office sent us another one of its most promising recruits as a young up-and-coming layer called Mitch McDeary. The bait is always the same. Nice flat in the city. Expensive ride, 6-digit bank account, a brighter future for him and his little wife. Happy to work for us. Happy to protect our activities, including the most sensitive ones. 18th of November 1997. So a month later, that McDeary boy is truly amazing. He's an ace on the green and leagues ahead of the dusty old men I normally deal with. All the civil suits we're mixed in, including the most risky one that involves sensitive keen sight matters. We're close with the greatest of ease. I'll be sure to reward him with a special gift and front row seat with management of the Christmas party this year. Oh, are they talking about the family? January 28, 1998. Like what? 2 months later? McDeary is acting a bit too suspicious for my liking. I wonder if it has anything to do with the firm's most recent case and how he tackled its challenges. Of course, the appearance of the prosecution key witness made things easier. Did he really think every legal suit won was only due him skills? The 3rd of March 1998, so what, a little bit over a month and a half? Something is wrong. McDeary doesn't seem to care about the money anymore and is losing focus. He's likely unnerved by the recent case of Mr. Hackman, a former employee who got too close to the company's more unpleasant matters after having contracted a fatal disease from a substance he himself administered to the townspeople. Then finally took his final breath just days before the hearing and left his family badly off. But why should that matter? After all, the guy was no saint. It's pretty sad to develop a conscience only when your life is at stake. I have to get to the bottom of this and just see how much and mishap has affected McDeary. The 7th of March 1998, so a couple days later, McDeary's been asking way too many questions to his colleagues, and I think he might actually be trying to steal confidential info that could be detrimental to the company's image. We've already bugged and tapped his place in both vehicles. I need to find out exactly what he's discussing with his wife in their supposedly safe house. This is the family. 10th of October 1998. I'm sure of it now. McDeary's been working with some hero FBI agent. Our contacts in Washington confirmed it. I'll have to clean up the mess, as usual. I've already arranged it. A team of Hades in civilian clothes will bring the boy to the belly of the dam. In a few short weeks, he'll be just another unfortunate missing person who went out on a hike and got swallowed up by the Red Crest Mountains. It's a real blessing that he was smart enough to hide the truth from his lovely wife. 2 disappearances in such a short time, especially from the same family, could beg too many questions, even in town. like keen sight. Besides, I'll do my best to comfort her. I saw the way her eyes stared at me at the last company outing. As soon as the waves recede, I'll be sure to feel up the situation. The diary ends here. Ooh. Ooh. Mitches are the worst. Okay. So this is the guy that was staring at the woman all crazy. Why does it look so, like, foggy? Where you at? Where you at, little toy? Jason! Yo, I appreciate that tip though, by the way, man. Yeah, you should have done it while I was, like, doing this. I don't know how much it was, but I really do appreciate it. Okay, so straight. That's just another hacking thing, which I don't really care about. I've yet to lose any of the hacking things. Bling bloom. I mean, he pressed a button, but I guess he never made it. Ah! Jesus Christ, man. drop this. Find a route to the helipad. Well, this thing says it's locked. I need a supervisor key. More health or something. Ah! Oh my gosh. He's dead for sure. For sure he's dead. Very hard. That was so hard, I did it first try. Pick it up. Yo, what's up, Jason? Bah! That's my shotgun. Rock? This guy better not come alive, because I'm gonna be tabbed out. No, no, I'm not. It's a video and audio.
Audio log, Agent Rook. The situation is now hopeless. We thought we could control it, but we were wrong. We were so wrong. The other operatives belonging to Hades are dead. Or rather, appear to be the living dead. They shamble around Keensight like unstoppable killing machines, swarming over, cleansing anyone who avoided Castor's infection. I'm not alone in this place. There's also Agent Mark. Or what's left of Mark. And he seems to have taken a real liking to me. I know every inch of this dam. Yet for the first time in my life, I don't feel safe anywhere. I'm just gonna keep running and hiding from Mark until this whole mess blows over. Here, where my men and I spent every day and night together. Here, where... Oh, it's you, Mark. You found me. Then I guess it's time for us to accomplish this one last mission. Like true brotherhood.
Agent Crane. Oh, hexacore biogenetics encrypted file. Really? That's a new one. HB 338. HB 338. ID tag Agent Crane. I'm really starting to hate this job, the city, and the effing dam. It's been 6 years since the government sent me to this piss pot in the forest, yet I risked my life twice as often as I did in the Gulf. And what's with all the secrecy, the code names, and crap they give the population to our own brothers? I received a really good offer to work as a security merc for a Japanese multinational. That sounds like a good idea. I may just take this opportunity to cut the umbilical that's tied me to the company for years. Being an operative of Hades and training with these men taught me a lot, but now I think it's time to give the trigger a rest and focus on the future. And more importantly, get as far away from the F. Peckerhead as I possibly can. I'm sick to death of his high and mighty bull and wish I had left him for dead on those missions. If he weren't so arrogant and precious, he'd make a fine leader. But so long as he puts his interests before others, he'll never make top dog, and nobody will trust him with their lives, especially not me. That's for damn sure. Agent Crane? Maybe Agent Crane was the dude that we first used? Yo, how's it going, Dank Dragon? Appreciate that host, dude. Hopefully your stream went well. I don't know what I just put in. Wait, can I empty this? No, No, I can only empty the magazine. Yeah, no. Always happy to have an audience. Hell yeah, dude. Good. Good to hear. Plow! Those are big ass fans. Find a route to the helipad. Never mind, just a standard mushroom. It's from Mario Maker. Maybe I should put Mario Maker SMM2. Head X at Department 4. Message from Supervisor 27. Statement. Report priority level 1. Recipient Internal Affairs Division Hexacore Biogenetics. With extreme urgency, I am writing to report about the potentially harmful conduct of a high-ranking officer in Hexacore's special unit. The person in question revealed during an informal encounter that he planned to betray the company and hand over sensitive material to a rival due to personal reasons, which also, if extremely serious and understandable, are not justifiable compared to the severe consequences would be. A person very dear to him. With extreme reluctance and sadness, I therefore find myself today having to report that. Also, if I'm talking about a professional person, respected colleagues who loyally served his company for many years, actually, even if it's someone I've been close to for a very long time, I have a moral responsibility to report acts that pose a potential threat to the company. Damn, this email was never sent. Do you want to edit it? Do I want to edit it? Yes, I do. Sent. Truman Project Annual Report. Sender, Supervisor 27. Recipient, Head X, date 24th of February, 1998. For the attention of the Government Bureau of Studies, Head of Research Department 4, Phase 4 of the Truman Project started life at the Hexacore Biogenetics facility in Keene site, which has been proceedings as planned for over 4 decades, thanks to the top-notch internal R&D staff as well as external parties whom I represent in this email. Charged to monitor the city's guinea pigs, the Keene Site 1 is once again this year's most productive and reliable research facility by comparison to our counterparts in AX. Oh, in RXXX City, Raccoon City, and Siteville, Sexville. Thanks to the dedicated of Hexacore Biogenetics personnel, all threats have been completely eliminated, including a few pricks of conscience, as well as human error. I would like to emphasize that such error is extremely rare, so much so, in fact, that over decades of research, the only mishap that ever proved fatal and stirred the hornet's nest, undermining the company and government's involvement, was solved blaming an unremarkable nurse who had to be sedated and scapegoated. which fortuitously led to the discovery of our most important study, the Daymare syndrome. Since then, there have been no further inconveniences worthy of note. I want to remember it in each report. In behalf of all our team, I would like to thank the Department 4 for your continued support. Attached are the pertinent research data, results obtained in annual financial statement. Thank you. Dr. Sarah Carmichael, HB Supervisor Code 27, Hexacore Biogenetics, Laird Dam Research Center, Keenside, Idaho. What do you mean? Oh, which one are you looking for exactly? Like, a use all stream is referring to which character do you want me to use all stream? As in, I use Luigi the entire time, but if you pay with the, if you redeem the reward, you can make me use Mario, Toad, or Toadette, or Luigi. But again, I use Luigi all the time, so there's that. And then what to wear is referring to my me, as in you can change the clothing of my me permanently. Unless somebody else redeems it, then in which case it goes away. A power star all stream? The star is just to have not a generic image there. The star has nothing to do with the reward itself. The image is just an image. That's all it is. Can I go in there? Oh, I can't go in there. I feel like my flashlight isn't on because of how dark it is. The hell? Someone had a bad case of the diarrhea. It overflowed the ground. I hate when flashlights in dark games are weak like that. It's not that it's weak. It's just that the area that I'm in just makes it seem like it's a lot less strong, I guess. Like, the light hasn't been a problem until now. Holy God, what the hell? God, dude. Where the hell did she come from? Sorry about that. It's alright. He's making this place look a lot scarier than it probably should be because of it. I'm gonna close the door real quick.
Shit!
Hang in there! It's going to take me a few minutes to unlock.
Is it the tyrant?
I'll do my best to get you out, but you've got to hold that monster off.
It's the tyrant!
Hold that goddamn thing off!
A few minutes? I don't think I have a few seconds.
What was with the... Ah! Oh, I get it. Ah! I like the whipping sound, it's pretty funny. He's not staggering at all. Yo! no!
Oh, Doc, you said a few minutes.
Wait, what did it say? I didn't read it. There we go. Yo, I killed him. Yo, he dead, sucker! I'm trying to understand